You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, April 16th. I'm Kimberly Perot, and welcome to the show. In the first hour of the show, we are taking a look at Colorful Cooking with Tracy. She's showing us how to make a mushroom frittata, which personally is one of my favorite brunch dishes. Plus, we've got the Eagle Valley Library District and Adventures in Coaching with Kim Smith. So all of that is happening in hour one. Let's get started.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers,
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
innovators,
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
doers and dreamers,
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on 92? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our expanded Spanish programming block. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website, tv8vail.com.
So today is Day of the Mushroom. We're taking a look back at Colorful Cooking with Tracy, where she shows us how to make a delicious mushroom frittata.
Good morning, Vail.
Okay, happy days for me because I am in the TV8 kitchen. A good morning to you. I'm Tracy Miller with Colorful Cooking. That's my catering business, and my mission with Colorful Cooking is to add fruits and vegetables to everything and eat healthy. So we were talking about getting vitamin D. They say get outside in the sun at least 15 minutes a day and get that vitamin D. It helps with your mood, it helps with your health, and it's just fun to get outside. You can also get vitamin D from mushrooms, and today what we are going to be cooking is a mushroom and mozzarella frittata and some breakfast potatoes. Really easy stuff. I tried to keep it so we only have just a few ingredients and make it really easy on everyone. But first of all, I have to thank Danielle, our manager here, the general manager at TV8, because she asked me what I needed in the kitchen, and I said, I needed a really nice cutting board, and look at what she delivered. It's so nice. First of all, it's a bamboo cutting board, and I wanted to show you this because safety in the kitchen is of paramount importance. And this little red thing right here, that might look like nothing, but it's super duper important because look, my cutting board isn't going to wiggle around. It's not moving around at all. And when you're cooking and when you're chopping with a really sharp knife, you don't want anything wiggling around. You want to have a real secure area. So if you're looking for a great cutting board, personally, I love the wood cutting boards, the bamboo cutting boards, and if you can find something like this, wow, it really makes my day. It's the small things in life, folks. If not, if you have your own cutting board and it starts moving around while you're cutting and you're kind of like chasing it all over the place, then put a wet paper towel underneath it and that will secure it. Okay, so today we've got some mushrooms. I have baby Bella mushrooms. So the baby Bellas are just the smaller portobello mushrooms, and they're actually, if you like button mushrooms better, they're all kind of related. The button mushrooms are the babies. If they grow longer, they become the baby Bella mushrooms. If they grow longer, they become the portobello mushrooms. So they're all related. They have tons of vitamin D, and they also have a lot of zinc. And zinc has been on everybody's radar since COVID because zinc helps improve your immune system and it keeps you strong and it keeps you healthy. So if you're one of those folks that's like, I've been popping zinc pills since COVID and I feel great, awesome, good for you. Now add a few mushrooms to your diet as well. So when you're making a frittata, and a frittata is just really like baked eggs, but you start it off in a pan. So you're going to need a pan that you can move to the oven. So we started off on the stovetop over medium heat. I have coated the whole entire bottom of my cast iron pan with olive oil. Now I'm an olive oil gal. I prefer it over butter. I like butter on my toast, and butter is like a finisher. But when I'm cooking, I always use olive oil. It's healthy for you, and then you just have one oil hanging around. So what we're going to do now is, this is medium heat. I put my olive oil in the pan after it got warm. And now I'm just going to kind of lay the mushrooms down. What you want to do is put your mushrooms down and make sure they all have a nice flat surface. Now this is going to cook up. Mushrooms cook up really nicely, actually, and it's really hard to overcook them too. So if you're making this frittata in the morning and you're like running around, you're fixing your hair, you're tending to the children, you're drinking too much coffee, you're talking on the phone, whatever you're doing, you can really just kind of let these just sit here and start to get cooked. All right, so they're going to have olive oil on one side of everything. And whenever you're cooking anything, you kind of want to make it so that it's spread out so every piece of the meat gets some heat. Same thing as if you're baking something and putting it on a baking sheet. You want to spread it all out. Don't put a big clump on there and then pop it in the oven because it's not going to cook evenly. Spread everything out, give it all some space, let the oil, let the heat kind of go around every little piece of what you have. So we're going to get these mushrooms cooking. I'm going to let them cook in the olive oil without touching them Don't be an over stirrer. I'm going to let them cook without touching them for about 1 to 2 minutes. And meanwhile, we are going to get our potatoes going. So I decided on the cast iron pan here because I can put that in the oven as well as on the stove top. You can also do that with an all-clad pan, but this one we're going to use actually for our potatoes. So the key to making breakfast potatoes is to boil the potatoes before you cook them. So, it's not really hot. I cooled them down actually. I'm just joking with you. So what I did is I boiled these new potatoes beforehand and then I've cooled them down. So this makes the potatoes nice and creamy, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop them up and we're going to cook them on the stove top. This also reduces the cook time because sometimes potatoes, when you cook them from raw in your pan, they take quite a long time. So once again, I am going to put a little olive oil in my pan, let this bugger heat up. We have a while to cook these, so I'm just going to put them on a low temperature and I'm just going to chop them up and kind of like big chunks too, because we've got a lot of people in the studio today and they want to eat these potatoes. And we've got the fingerling potatoes, so some of them are little, some of them are big, some of them are purple, which look at that beautiful color. Isn't that so pretty? Gosh, I love those purple ones. And then the white ones. You can buy these at the grocery store. They come in little bags. They're just called fingerling potatoes. And that means that they're young potatoes. And right now, with the spring happening, all of our fruits and veggies are looking so good in the grocery store. It's a totally different place than it was like 2 months ago. So make sure you get your nice, fresh fruits and veggies and the young ones as well, because they're just going to be a little more tender. So we're going to put these guys in our pan over a low heat because we have a little time, because we will be finishing this up next hour. So I'm just going to make sure I get these in here over the low heat with some olive oil. Flatten it out like I was telling you before. Just make sure everything is getting its own space, its own personal boundaries in our frying pan. And then we're just going to put a little salt and pepper on it. Okay, I just make a salt and pepper mixture. Look at these mushrooms. See, already, just in the few minutes I've been talking, they're already getting nice and cooked. So I'm going to stir them around so we can flip them over. They smell good too. They also have potassium. You know, mushrooms have been medicinal for many, many years, thousands and thousands of years. The Chinese use them all the time. A lot of people use the mushroom powder in their smoothies just to get some of the antioxidants and minerals and vitamins that mushrooms hold. I just love them really anyway. My favorite way is actually cooked. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the eggs. Let's see, we've got the potatoes cooking over low, fingerling potatoes, so they're nice and young. And then we are going to, we're going to kind of scramble up about 6 eggs. And this will probably feed 4 people or so. I like to keep it at 1 to 2 eggs per person, just depending on what age your people are. So me, I like 1 egg a day. So I have 3 in here already. I'm going to crack 3 more. I'd love to tell you that I can crack it with 1 hand, and I used to practice all the time, but I wasted so many eggs, and since eggs are so expensive now, I can't do it. I'm just going to crack them with 2 hands because that's how it works. Okay, so then we have those 6 eggs in here. We're going to whisk them up really nicely. Eggs are so healthy for you. Do not be afraid to eat eggs. The yolk, it has so many minerals and vitamins. It's actually considered one of the healthiest foods in the world. So always, I just love having some eggs for breakfast in the morning. Okay, so here we go. Now this is the start of our frittata. We have our mushrooms all over like this. A lot of olive oil on the pan. I'm going to turn it down really to low right now. What you need a lot of olive oil for is because you don't want your frittata to stick to the bottom. This is like the hardest part of the frittata. And so we're going to put the eggs all around it. Make sure there's nice coverage everywhere. All right, things are quieting down a little bit. We have our eggs in here. We're going to kind of slow cook the eggs, and we're not going to touch them. What we want to happen now is for the eggs to cook from the bottom, and then once they continue cooking and it feels like they're ready to go, which what I mean by that is that they are cooked all the way on the bottom, and we will check that by kind of wiggling around the middle. Then we're going to pop it into the oven under broil, and we're going to cook the top of the egg, and that is how you make a frittata. So we've got the mushrooms in there. I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper on top. Season everything as you go. So every time you add a new ingredient, we're going to season it, and we're just going to let this slow cook for just a little while the bottom gets completely cooked. So once again, I have my mushroom frittata in my cast iron pan. We are going to try to cook it slowly on the bottom with 6 eggs, and then when we return, we will be cooking the top of it, and we'll be adding some cheese to the top as well. Right now my potatoes are on low. I don't hear anything going on with the potatoes, so I'm going to turn them up just a little bit because they are nice when they get a little crispy. And once again, we have parboiled the potatoes, and what that means is we cook the potatoes before we cut them up and put them in here to make the breakfast potatoes. And anytime you're cooking potatoes, these fingerling potatoes, if you cook them in water before you sear them up or before you roast them in the oven, they're going to have that creamy texture in the middle, and then they're going to get kind of that crunchy texture on the outside. And now if you can see this, it's starting to kind of heat up and boil a little bit. I'll move those around so the oil gets underneath everything. And our frittata is slow cooking, but still has a little ways to go. So we're just gonna let that slow cook for a little while longer. We are going to take a quick break. When we return, we have more Good Morning Vail, and we're going to finish up our breakfast here in just a few minutes. So keep it right here on Good Morning Vail, and thanks for joining us on this St. Patty's Day.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Master TV Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tv8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Hello, I'm Shervin Rezai here with Chenna Garden in Avon, Colorado. My hobbies are obviously skiing. I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. In addition to that, music's always been my first passion, and you can see that alive and well at Chenna Garden with our little record nook, where we have over 300 records, and we'll continue to grow that collection and play vinyl records for you while you enjoy your cuisine. Chenna Garden is Avon's oldest running restaurant. We've been open since 1988 when my mother set up shop and wanted to begin offering Avon, Colorado the best quality Chinese food that we could get. And I started working in the restaurant when I was 8 years old as a dishwasher, making $1 a day. And then one of the servers, pushed by my dad, told me I should ask for a raise, and then I got $5 a day, but then I had to put all $25 at the end of the week into a savings account, which actually helped me out in college. So after college, I went out to New York for law school, and I spent 15 years out in New York City practicing law and working in-house, which exposed me to a lot of restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And after getting exposure like that, I realized that we have this beautiful restaurant here that has so much potential. So in the fall of 2023, we came back, remodeled, and tried to get this back to give that special feel that I've known all my life here. We've been offering a lot of new cuisines, including German cuisine with our good family friend Gunther Schmidt, who's been serving up authentic German cuisine in the Valley for many, many decades. Why not? This is America. We can serve German food in a Chinese restaurant, and we just let it try. And after a year of it, it's been building up some success, and we're just having a lot of fun just seeing the look of bewilderment on every customer when they're like, how am I getting German food in a Chinese restaurant that's this good at this quality? Chenna Garden is really all about that community, and that first starts with the local community. We always try to take care of all of us who are working hard, grinding it, so that we can also enjoy what this valley has to offer. And through that, we get a nice mix of word of mouth, tourists who come in. We're looking for something a little more authentic and that has a history with the valley. I'm a proud member of the Avon Vail Valley community, lifelong member as I was born here, and I hope you come out and see us here at Chenna Garden. We're open every day, 4 to 9, any day the mountain's open. Cheers.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, you cannot rush greatness, especially when it comes to making a delicious breakfast meal. We have Tracy continuing that mushroom frittata recipe.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Here we are back in the kitchen with our healthy breakfast. We are making a mushroom and cheese frittata and some breakfast potatoes. So the breakfast potatoes, I cranked them up a little bit. I'm actually going to add just a little more olive oil to those right now, just to give them some more flavor and keep them kind of cooking at a nice rate, because they're starting to get that nice crispy on the outside. A tiny bit more salt and pepper, but really right now what we're going to focus on is our frittata. Mushrooms in there. We're talking mushrooms are so healthy, they're super low in calorie. And what happens when you make a frittata is you cook the bottom on the stove and then you cook the top in the oven under the broiler. So this is what makes, this is like the only difficult part about making a frittata, is making sure that it's going to come off of the pan. So when you put it into this oven, you want to make sure, like, look, see how it's kind of, it has some give from the pan. So when we finish the top, I'm going to flip it over on here, and that's the kind of the point where you're like, please come out all together. That's why we coated it nicely in olive oil. So right now I have the broiler on high. I have some mozzarella cheese, and I'm going to say we're eating potatoes that are low in fat. We have mushrooms that are low in fat. So we're going to be adding a little fat to this, buddy. And I like to put the cheese on top when I'm putting it into the broiler, because it kind of crisps it up a little bit and it gives it a really nice texture. Mozzarella is a good melty cheese, of course, so we're just going to use about a cup of mozzarella. We have 6 eggs and probably a cup of mushrooms, and we are going to pop this right into the broiler right now. So I'm going to go to the oven, I'm going to open it up. It's hot, it's getting hot in the kitchen. I have the cast iron pan so it can go from the stovetop all the way to the oven. We're going to put it right here in the oven under the broiler. We're going to do that for not very long, like a minute or so, and then we are going to get it out, pop it out here, and really keep your fingers crossed and hope for the best, because you really want your frittata to fall all in one place. And the nice thing about frittatas when you have guests, or you're getting ready to start the day, is you can eat a frittata hot or you can eat a frittata cold. So if you're running around and you're getting everybody off to school or whatever you're doing, you're dealing with the dog, you're dealing with everything to get ready to start the day, and you don't get to your frittata in time, it's okay. You slice it like a piece of pizza and you can eat it on the go. It doesn't have to be hot. It still tastes good when it's cold. A lot of times you like to add something to the frittata. So today, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, we are going to add some arugula. Now you might have heard of rocket. It's a leafy green and it's the same thing as arugula. It's just called rocket. It's got a very peppery taste, and that peppery taste actually means it's full of antioxidants. So arugula and any leafy green is really, really going to be good for you. Great for your eyes, great for your skin, great for your immune system. So really I try to eat leafy greens every single day, whether they're raw or they're cooked. Now arugula stems, from the Mediterranean, and it's a really healthy addition to a lot of different foods. You can cook it up. I was thinking about putting it in the potatoes and kind of frying it up a little bit, but I decided we're just going to have it a little leafy on top of our frittata, because sometimes it's just nice to have a little something on top of the frittata. The frittata, of course, is 6 eggs, 1 cup of mushrooms, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, and salt and pepper. So really simple ingredients, very, very very healthy. Eggs are really, really good for you, really high in iron and selenium. And then the mushrooms, of course, like I was telling you before, they are so good for you. They're so medicinal and they're so low in calories. And one of our sponsors here on TV8 is Knapp Ranch. They're located in Eagle, and they have a farm here in the Vail Valley. It's like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. You drive up into the high altitude, and then there's this gorgeous farm. And what they're specializing in right now is growing mushrooms. So if you ever go to their shop in Eagle, you're gonna find exotic homegrown mushrooms that have so many flavors. All right, we have our frittata in there. It's been in there for about a minute or so, and I'm actually gonna take the potatoes off the heat, move them over here, and get ready for some frittata space. And we're gonna cross our fingers. Come on, everybody root for me here that this frittata is gonna pop out of the pan just perfectly. Okay, here we go. We're taking it out. Ooh, yes, look at how nicely that looks with the melted cheese on top. I gotta turn this thing off. It's getting really hot in the kitchen. Okay, so here's what we have. And look, it's all gonna come out nicely. And actually, I am not gonna flip this one over because I put the cheese on the top. So if you put the cheese, if you mix the cheese in with the frittata, then you can flip it over. But since the cheese is on the top, I'm gonna take an even more high-risk movement here with one spatula. Can she do it? 1, 2, 3. Look, it's like a pizza. And arugula is actually a great topping for pizza. So now we can just cut our frittata into however many slices you want. Nice and easy to cut. Here we go. It's our pizza frittata. And it's vegetarian. And then we're just gonna sprinkle some of this arugula right on top. Since the frittata is nice and hot, we're gonna get a little bit of wilting from that arugula. And I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of olive oil just because I'm gonna make it like a little salad. And look, we're talking pretty little use of olive oil here. We're not doing a lot of fat. That mozzarella cheese is gonna give us some fat for the morning, but our mushrooms are really healthy, low in calories. Our arugula is very healthy, low in calories. We do have some of the potatoes that have crisped up nicely. I love those purple colors. They're gonna be high in potassium. They have a little more calories, but they're still gonna be really, really good for you and really healthy. So we're gonna get those on the plate. Let's get 2 pieces of frittata. And there you go. You have yourself a lovely breakfast that really does not take that long to make. And if you're gonna take a look at this piece of frittata, look, you can pick it up just like a piece of pizza and enjoy it delicious like that. It's really hot though. Maybe don't pick it up quite yet. And again, you can let it sit for a little while and enjoy it. So thanks for joining me here on Colorful Cooking. This is a mushroom and cheese frittata. It's got a nice crisp on the top from the cheese, a good spicy peppery flavor from the arugula, and these potatoes, delicious as well. Enjoy.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today.
Did you see Caitlin Clark last night?
She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires,
let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No.
Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
Good morning, Vail.
In honor of National Librarian Day, we're taking a look at the Eagle Valley Library District. We certainly love Tegan and all of the work that they do here in our community.
Happy Friday. It's always an awesome day when Tegan is here. Eagle Valley Library District. Oh my God, it's a Friday. I'm having a hard time. Let's try that again. Tegan, Eagle Valley Library District. I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm so excited. You know, we were just talking and I was a little nervous because my book was overdue. And she's like, you get two, Gretchen. So explain real quick about that.
Yes. Okay. So when you check out a book, you can check it out for 3 weeks.
Yes.
There's a renewal period. So we automatically renew your book if no one's waiting. And
I
you can get
love that.
it up to 2 times, again, so long as no one's waiting. So check your account, but you should be good.
See, that makes me so happy too because you get kind of nervous because I'm obsessed. I read it and now I'm going back and writing things and taking pictures. And that's so neat. So, Tegan, what's new?
Well, we've got a lot going on at the library.
always,
yes. So we're ramping up our adult programs. We're, we still have story times for all ages plus bilingual. It's Friday, I can't talk. All ages plus bilingual, and then we have a stay and play story time. So that's a special story time where you can come, and it's less structured. We bring out all the toys like a ball pit, and it's for families to hang out and enjoy, and kind of meet and mingle within the library because sometimes it's cold outside for the little ones.
I love so stay and play. So you get to actually physically play with the toys and look at different books and kind of all come together.
Yeah, and meet families with similar age children. So it's a good social hour.
Well, and something you've really taught me, which I did not realize, just having, and you said like tactile, having that whatever it is, block or having the stuffy or whatever.
Yes, the stimulation.
The stimulation while you're reading is such a huge part, an integral part of the learning process. I never realized that.
Brain research. So So and that's why for little ones there's all those touch and feel books because as you're reading it, they're connecting the words with something tactile and feeling it, and so it leaves more of an imprint on the brain.
That is so neat. And I have to tell you, I am so impressed. Sorry, this is random. I didn't even tell you I was going to bring this up. I get so many interesting emails from you. Not so many. It's not a lot, but I get not too many. But just reminding me of the music and of other things, the audiobooks. That I really am enjoying it. And I truly mean that because I tend to forget that you guys have so much to offer.
I know.
And the other day I was like, oh my gosh, I need to download audiobook
Yes,
because
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a drive coming up.
Oh,
So,
fantastic,
I
yes.
need to give you a big shout out because I think that is
thank you.
brilliant that
Thank
you
you.
not only, you're part of this amazing library community.
Yeah.
It reminds you of the different things that you have.
Well, I'm glad you found that reassuring and
Yeah.
also a good reminder because we have so much, and so it's hard to like when you come in and get a library card to tell you
Right.
everything that we have.
Yes.
So we kind of sprinkle it in so that when you're ready, you can come get it. And if you get
love it.
stuck downloading your audiobook, just let us know. We're happy to help.
That's so cool. So what do we have to look forward to this spring into
Yep.
summer? Because I'm like, it's flying by.
It is
Like,
flying
what
by.
the heck?
It's so fast. So story times for all ages. We
Okay.
still have our after school clubs. We have our teen nights.
Cool.
And then this Saturday we're having a plant exchange at the Avon Public Library. So if you have
Okay.
clippings, my plants like to go everywhere and propagate.
Yeah.
So you can bring your clippings in and exchange with your neighbors and friends. And
How did you think of that? That's so unique.
our adult program librarians are amazing. So
Okay.
it's at 10:30 at the Avon Public Library this Saturday.
I love that I'm just smiling
Yep.
because I'm like, I would never think of doing something like that.
Bring in your plants, bring in clippings, and then you can trade them out and get a new plant and propagate.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
What a cool idea.
We do it in the library. It probably came from us in the back of the house.
Because you do that already.
We do it already, being like, oh my God, I'm a plant.
My plant is too much.
Do you want more?
Yeah.
They had like little
Cool.
cups, and so would you like some more?
That's
so we're
really
always
neat.
sharing our plants.
Okay, that is really cool.
Bringing it to the community.
Okay.
And then on Monday and Thursday of next week, Monday at the Eagle Public Library at 6 p.m., we
Okay.
partnered with Evoke Bike Shop.
I read about this.
Yep.
Okay.
So they're going to help kind of prep you for if you're interested in buying a bike, tips and tricks, what you need to know, but also like very basic bike maintenance.
Okay.
So that way you're not out on a trail with a flat being like, what do I do
And
now?
I just sit and wait.
Yeah, and now I walk.
Totally.
They'll teach you some very basic bike maintenance on Monday at Eagle Public Library, and then on Thursday
Okay.
at the Gypsum Public Library at 5:30.
Oh, so you're going to have two different locations, 2 different times.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you can't make one, hopefully you can make the other.
This is wild and so serendipitous because your girl over here was thinking about maybe purchasing an e-bike this year just because I love the workout factor, but also to be able to like get up the hill of Beaver Creek, have a little. So that would be a really good thing for me to. And I have a mountain bike, and I don't know how to change it. I really don't. I mean, that's a true story.
I mean, I learned on the trail, and when I was out there, I was like,
you were forced to learn.
Maybe I should have practiced this before I got out into the middle of nowhere and miles away from civilization.
Isn't it funny how that happens? Were you alone?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so, there was cows, but they're not very helpful.
Not very helpful at that moment. Maybe if there was a book, like with a cow talking,
right, telling me what to do, or just giving me snarky comments as I was practicing.
Is that? And all this information obviously is on the website.
Yes, on the website,
Okay.
which has a new look.
Oh, it does?
So yes, so if you get lost on it, let us know. We're happy to help you navigate, but we're hoping that this refresh is easier for everybody.
Cool. Well, I thought it was pretty easy already,
Oh,
and I
good,
am
good.
not good at techie things, so that's a big deal. And then into the summer, I know you guys will touch base more on this next time. But what are some of the things we can look forward to?
Yeah, well, so we're ramping up our summer learning programs. So every week for elementary age students, all 3 buildings, so Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum, we do an hour-long program that this summer the theme is like great adventure at your library. So come to the library and we'll have something for elementary age students. We also have, of course, always story times, and then we'll have programs for teens, and then there's also a summer learning program for adults, so that you can read and earn prizes too.
Okay, so this is so interesting. I was thinking this morning before I saw you, I was like, summertime for me as a little girl, you think of the pool, you think of all these things. My big moment truly was getting the stickers back then. To read so many books to then get a prize and show that I had read X amount of books. And it's so neat because as adults, I get so excited when I hear my friends' children talking about like book fairs, etc. So now it's like we get to have this moment of like, I read these books.
And I get prizes too.
I love it. Yes, how cool.
Well, it's also part of the modeling. So so families can do it together. And so, mom's working on something while the kids working on something. And they can both come to the library and both get stickers and prizes.
That is so cool. Oh, Megan. I'm just a big fan.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate that.
I think we should make the Eagle Valley Library District T-shirts and sell them. I think it would be, I would wear one.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. We might
There
come
we
up with one.
I wanted to ask you, because so often you're so knowledgeable, and we just talk about, no, but you truly are. You're welcome. You know, about everything, all library, all around here in Eagle Valley. What is I never get to ask you the personal, like, what is your favorite thing spring into summer? Like, what is something you look forward to? Because you are so immersed in all of this, and I know you are the Eagle Valley Library District. What is one thing that you really enjoy seeing or doing yourself or your son? Or
So being out where we live, we're so blessed in where we live, and so I like to be out in the woods.
I love that.
So whether that's skiing or hiking or biking, I just like I like enjoying where I live. So,
I love that. And then do you find yourself, because I know you are a lifelong learner and you love books, when the weather's a little gnarly, do you physically, because I do this, I was wanting to look through and look at mountain pictures.
Yes, and there's so as a librarian, you never have one book at home.
Right. So true.
You take home stacks. You can have up to 50.
I know this now.
And so there's always stacks. And so it's really fun because you can see fiction, nonfiction. You got coffee table books. You got there's just
the magazines.
The
I
magazines.
thought that was so cool. Sorry.
Yeah. There's it's always, you know, I'm always trying to like introduce new things into my life and try new things. But that's what's nice about the library is that I can trade them up.
When you were little, because I'm so in awe of our library system, like truly, and I'm not hating, like in Dayton, Ohio, we had an amazing, truly, but was yours this involved? I mean, or are we just really special here?
Our libraries are amazing, but libraries, I think in America are very amazing. Libraries are different all across the world.
Of course,
American libraries are very unique. World libraries are awesome too. You should visit them and see how they each individually.
And London I actually did, but I was...
Oh, good.
Love London. I was more impressed with Eagle Valley. I just think we have something really special.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. So, we are fortunate to have what we have. And we want people to come in, love the library, and come in and enjoy the space and what we have. And again, if we don't have it, let us know, and we'll try to get it for you.
I think that's brilliant, too, because I think so often, we've talked about this before, but people get a little nervous for whatever reason. You know, COVID, too, it made a lot of people socially more anxious as well. But no, these are your friends. They're here to help
we're here to help.
I mean, gosh, I might come in and use your toolbox in the next couple of days.
Please do.
Truly, I thought about that. I was like, I don't have something at my house. So
right, or you open up yours and something's missing. You're like, where did it go?
Literally, that's what happened. I was like, okay, obviously I lost that during a move, or one of my guy friends or girlfriends just, hey, Gretchen, I'm going to borrow it.
And then didn't come back. Yep.
So, no, but thank you so much, Tegan.
Yeah, thank you.
One more time, that I know that we all know this by memory, but the website.
EVLD.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Yes, well, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
I
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging onto our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Good morning, Vail.
Adventures in Coaching. What is it, you may ask? Well, Kim is certainly the expert in all things coaching. She interviews a representative from Edward Jones. Let's take a look.
Hi there, my name is Kim Smith and I'm with Adventures in Coaching, and I am here today with Mark Eaton, who is a financial advisor from Edward Jones on Market Street in Eagle, and we're going to talk a little bit about his professional journey from where he is today to like how he started out and all of the challenges along the way. So welcome, Mark. It's so great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Kim.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you're doing now.
Well, I'm a financial advisor for Edward Jones. My office is on Market Street in Eagle.
Yeah.
And I've been with Edward Jones about 3 years, but I had an extensive career in finance before that.
Right. And I was so excited when we started talking about your career because it really highlights a lot of the different changes that people go through in their career and some challenges and all of that. So tell me a little bit about how you started out.
Well, I was young. It was a long time ago. I was 16 years old. I just graduated high school in England, and I applied for a job as a messenger in a mailroom for a financial company in the city of London, the financial district of London, I worked my way up from the bottom. Really, I first of all got the opportunity, so I was quite excited about that. But what I did is I just did what I was told. I was smart enough to take my exams. I got my first exam at 18, UK equivalent of Series 7, and worked my way up the company into futures and options trading by the time I was 18. And then I moved on, moved from open outcry pit trading, which is where I started. Most people wouldn't have ever heard of that now because everything's done electronically. And then my career evolved from open outcry pit trading to electronic trading, from a trading desk up in an office. And then I got the opportunity to move to America and Chicago with the company I was with at the time. I built a trading desk and had a long career at a futures brokerage, institutional futures brokerage company in Chicago.
Yeah, so you've really had a lot of steps that kind of took you through from the very beginning, where you started at 16, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
And when we were talking, you told me about how like you really knew and you felt like this was your purpose when you started at 16, like you're like, this is a career opportunity. So talk to me a little bit about that. And then also the big change you had to make from going on or being on the trading floor to the electronic world of
Sure.
Trading, and what that looked like for you.
I always took the opportunity when I was given a chance to progress in my career and take more responsibility. I never turned that down. If I wanted to move up, I just grabbed the responsibility, and that included trading. It included moving. When I saw things going electronic, I jumped from the trading floor to the office when the first opportunity came up. and I've always grabbed opportunity, seen the future. The future that doesn't happen that quickly. So you get to see things changing in the economy, and through. So I took advantage of seeing what was going to happen. Really.
Yeah, and it sounds like you really put yourself out there and grabbed onto those opportunities, and probably learned what you needed to learn to grow, which is so much about like how important it is when we're trying to grow in our careers to really like say, hey, yes, pick me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this extra work and go that extra mile. And it sounds like you really did that.
Indeed, I was always dedicated at that part of my life to my industry. Sometimes my family took a bit of a back seat because I was always trying to move up in the company and do well and take on more responsibility. Right. But also when I wanted to make that move, when an opportunity came up to move to America, I was in a position with my young family at the time to be able to do that and not be too scared about making that big jump. When fortunately I was supported by the company I was with to make that move, so that helped as well.
Right. So that must have been very exciting and a big challenge. And you told me that you thought maybe it was going to be a 2 or 3 year opportunity at the most.
Indeed.
And tell me a little bit about what happened there.
Yeah, that was the initial plan, that I'd be going back home after 3 years, and I thought that gave me a bit of a comfort zone, I guess. But then after I got there, my wife and I just loved living in the southwest suburbs of Chicago. We thought it was a great place to bring up our 2 young daughters, and we asked for the opportunity to stay. My business was going really well. I was working nights at the time, talking to my European-based clientele in the European hours. So the company I was with said, absolutely, you're doing great business. We'll support you to continue this. And they got me a green card. So the rest is history after that, really.
Yeah, that's really the American dream, right? Be able to come and grow your career. And in your case, you were able to stay. And, that's just amazing. So talk to me a little bit about what happened sort of towards the end of Chicago and then how you ended up in Colorado.
Yeah, so I was working for another company at the time, and I was running a trading desk of 20 plus employees, and the company that I was working for asked me to start laying off those employees. That wasn't any fun for me.
Right, that's hard.
I don't think it's fun for anyone, to be honest. But it became, we got to a stage where I couldn't see the business running well, and it was clear that they wanted the business to be in New York. So again, I saw the future coming, so I made plans to make a change. I started building my home here in Colorado, and we knew that things would change. So I made the plan, and when there wasn't any other opportunity to stay in Chicago, I took the opportunity to take severance and move with my family to Colorado, and my children were just graduating high school or college at the time, so that was an also fortunate time.
Yeah, that sounds so exciting and also challenging. What were some of the things that you put in place to make sure that you were going to be able to sort of land on your feet when you came to Colorado?
Well, I've always found and planned for the future. So in terms of making sure that financially I haven't got any strings attached to make those changes, and that includes making sure I don't have a lot of debt to pay. So if you make those changes, you've really only got major bills like your next mortgage to move into, and so you don't have debt around your neck. You make sure that you've got a solid plan for if anything does go wrong, for if you need to make a change. So that just gives you the support and makes you not too worried that you can make these changes by preparing for it. I call it the 5 Ps.
Oh, that's great.
So proper planning prevents poor performance.
Okay, that's a good one to remember. I'm going to write that down. And I always talk to people about when they're looking to change their career, among other things, run the numbers. Make sure you have a runway. Make sure you've got the right amount of savings to support you. Maybe you have to go and get a part-time job for a while to while you're getting established in a new career. Now, I know this isn't a new career for you, but it was definitely a pivot in terms of what you're doing within the financial industry, and you had to really, start out on your own, so to speak, here in Colorado. So, yeah, it's very exciting to hear that. And how are you doing today? And what?
Where I was at, I was dealing with institutions and trading futures and options and putting on hedges for large companies. And what I'm doing now, I'm helping my clients, my friends, my community to make intelligent and quite emotional changes to their personal finances.
Right.
So making sure my clients stay the course, know what we've seen in the past will hopefully guide us in the to the future good investments.
Right.
And it's so difficult nowadays, especially with the volatility in the markets, for people to stay the course and trust what we've seen in these times of change in history.
Yeah, and it certainly has been changing. And how fulfilling has this been for you?
I really enjoy it. Where I was in a dog-eat-dog world where everyone, my colleagues would try and take my clients if I was away on vacation for too long, now I get the support from my family, my colleagues, even in different Edward Jones branches. We are such a strong community that I know that I can trust everyone. So that's really important to me. Yeah. It's totally different from my last career in institutional finance.
Yeah, that must be really wonderful to have that here and be building that sense of community. So if somebody really wanted to get a hold of you to find out more about how to work with you, how would they do that, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. So my door's always open at Edward Jones. So we're 56 Market Street. And they can just call me on 970-328-0639 or email me at mark.eaton@edwardjones.com.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story and your journey. It's very inspiring. With that, if you're interested in learning about how coaching might help you on your journey, please reach out to me at kim@adventuresincoaching.com or just go to my website, adventuresincoaching.com. And again, thanks, Mark, and have a great day.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen Work Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point for this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss The Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the 8 o'clock hour here on our show. I'm Kimberly Perot, and it is Tuesday, April 16th. If you missed the first hour, that's okay. We've got some exciting things happening in the second hour. Dana Cooper, he's a singer-songwriter based out of Nashville, will be here in the studio performing a song for us and talking about his new album release, plus the performance that he's got on Wednesday night at the Vail Public Library, Evenings of Engagement. And then we've got a brand new Vail Vibes coming at us, so very exciting stuff. Avisha is at Elliston. Cannot wait to see that one. Gretchen has a conversation with a plastic surgery studio and much more, so hour 2 gets started right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. Explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in. Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
What happens to a poker player when there is life-changing money on the line?
Hey, catch! I'm rooting for me.
When they are faced with adversity?
Holy smoke. Jason can't even breathe right now. Look at him.
When a WPT title is within their grasp?
How sweet that is, baby!
See for yourself with a front row seat to all the action on the World Poker Tour.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, I am so honored and thrilled to be sitting here on the couch with the incredible singer-songwriter Dana Cooper joining me today. Dana, how are you?
Fine, Kimberly. How are you doing?
I'm so excited to have you here. You know, your energy is so upbeat and positive, and I'm just thrilled to be sitting here on the couch with you, especially in the eve of the new release that you have coming out.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here too. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. So you've been in the business for quite some time, and you cover kind of all genres from rock, especially on this new album, rock to Americana, bluegrass, country, all of it. So tell me about the album. It's released on May 17th.
Well, it's called The Ghost of Tucumcari, and features a lot of old friends of mine, like Lyle Lovett and Hayes Carl and Susan Gibson, Sherry Russell, Darden Smith, Gillian Cheat from Ireland, David Starr, who's a Colorado singer-songwriter. A lot of guest vocalists on there, and some great musicians. I worked again with my old friend Dave Coleman in Nashville to cut all the basic tracks. And it's a wide spread there of songs, new songs, brand new songs, and some co-written songs, and a few older songs that either hadn't been recorded before or I wanted to breathe new life into. So it was a great opportunity to kind of mix it up.
That's great. And so the album drops on May 17th.
Yes.
But you have the self-titled single dropping on April 26th as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Folks can get that online. I've got a pre-save link I'm going to be posting on my website and on social media so people can grab their single early.
Wonderful. Yeah. Now, we have you here on the couch because of the album, but also you are touring through Colorado right now, and you're performing specifically here in Vail on Wednesday night. Tell me a little bit about the performance at the Vail Public Library.
Right. Yeah. It's called Evenings of Engagement, and it's a music series they have there at the library. I think it's 5:30 showtime. It's free, so people can come out, and I hear it's a beautiful library overlooking the river. I have not been there yet, but it should be fun.
It is really stunning, and I know we can follow along with your shows as well on your website.
Yes, yeah. Can I mention my website?
You can mention your website.
DanaCooperMusic.com will take you to all things Dana Cooper, and on my schedule for throughout the coming year, I'm going to be all over the United States, and really excited about. I'll be doing CD release shows, album release shows all over the place. And this record too is, I'm going to have CDs and LPs.
Okay.
I'm doing vinyl as well, which is, I haven't done that in a long time, and I'm excited to see how that goes.
Well, I think vinyl is making a comeback for sure.
Yeah,
it's such a cool way to really listen to music and to have it as be part of your collection as well.
Yeah, and I love the format. I love the size of the artwork and all. It's kind of cool. So.
That's true. So tell me a little bit about the production and the creativity behind this album. You know, how has it been different than your previous? Because this is your 32nd album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a broad question, I know.
Yeah. Well, each one of them is different, of course. And one of the things that was very different about this is we had to really hurry up and get it done fast.
Okay.
I was sort of put in this situation where Bingham's Bourbon, Ryan Bingham has a bourbon company, and they're going to present some of the CD release shows. So in order to do that, I'm touring in Texas in May, and that's kind of a stronghold for me and for him. So we thought that'd be a great place to start with that that effort. And it required that I really get in the studio pretty quickly. So it was a lot of fun to do it that way. I ordinarily would sort of pause along the way during the process to reassess things and replan things, and the necessity to sort of get it done was great. And the fact that it was during the winter months, and a lot of the other artists I had on there were kind of, their schedules were a little looser, and they could get in and record with me. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun. Well, you're sitting here with a guitar and a harmonica. So
I am.
So what are we thinking about this?
And
are we going to get a special performance before,
well,
an exclusive performance before your performance at the library?
It may be more special than I intend. I don't know. I'm a little dehydrated this morning, but
you know, those mountains will get you. The mountain air. As much as we love it, it's definitely very dry up here.
Oh, it is dry, and yeah, it took me a while to figure it out. You know, the first time I played in Denver was 1973. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't sing, and why I was dizzy, and why my guitar wouldn't stay in tune. So years of experience have taught me a few things. So
it's true.
So okay, if I stand
Absolutely.
up, so I can maybe hit the notes a little better for us.
What will we be hearing from you today?
This is called "Great Day in the Morning," and this actually was the single off of the live CD that came out, live from Cafe Lena, last month. Happy go lucky tune here.
Oh, we always love music in the morning.
Oh
boy.
There went that. Okay, we got that on TV. Perfect. That's great. Let me see if the guitar still works here.
Okay, no problem.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hopefully these Breedloves are sturdier than I. Let's see what happens here. Oh, can you believe that? It's still almost in tune.
That's incredible. That's incredible. You know, you never know what happens in the morning, that's for sure.
There we go. Yeah, whacked is a good one there, but...
I think it's always fun to hear a musician tune a guitar.
Well, we may be doing more of that. Let's see. Oh, it looks okay. All right. Okay, so where were we? Yes, a great day in the morning. I'm going to...
It is a great day in the morning. We're starting it off with some excitement.
We're going to edit that out or leave that for folks. Great day in the morning, we got a lot to be thankful for. Yellow maples in a red roof barn, sun coming up like a medicine ball. Great day in the morning, ain't it? Turn on your radio. Turn up that song, Sweetness. Ain't that the one that we both know? Turn it up a little higher. Yeah, turn it up. That's fine. Great day in the morning, darling. Let's kick our heels up high. I wanna kiss you, stop yawning. There ain't one dark cloud in that sky, not one. Great day in the morning. Great day in the morning. Early to bed and early to rise. Dreams in your head and stars in your eyes. Sun on your face makes me realize, honey, it's gonna be another great day in the morning. Great day in the morning, honey, love every new day with you. Turn over now, you've been snoring. The birds are singing and the sky's blue. Great day in the morning, baby. We got a reason to celebrate. I wanna party, I don't mean maybe. It's gonna be our red letter day, red letter. Red letter. Great day in the morning, but we got a lot to be thankful for. Yellow maples and a red roof barn, sun coming up like a medicine ball. There it is, coming up. Ask you, sweet pea, ever seen anything exactly like that before? Great day in the morning. 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 Kind of early for whistling.
Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted
Thank
to
you,
whistle
Kimberly.
along, but I didn't know exactly
You
where
should
to go.
have.
That was so much fun, Dana.
My whistle wasn't quite working yet this morning.
You know what? It sounded great to me, and I love sitting here and the energy that comes from that song and from watching you perform. It's just incredible. So,
much.
you know, we really appreciate you coming on the show and
Yeah.
sharing a little bit of your art with us. And so we've got Wednesday night, April 17th, at the library, Vail Public Library, is the performance for the Evenings of Engagement. So exciting stuff, and you know, the new album release and the new single release. So congratulations on just everything. So much
thanks
fun.
so much, Kimberly. It's really nice visiting with you today.
Absolutely. Well,
Good
we've
start to the day.
It's
Thank
a
you.
great start to the day. So, Dana, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, and best of luck on your tour.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
See you again, Hope. Bye.
Absolutely. Now we have a bit more left on the show. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Daily Flash Latino. Designed for the American Latino audience, Daily Flash Latino hosts Jessica Reyes and Fabian Marcano deliver their fresh perspective on the latest entertainment news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, and more in both English and Spanish, aka Spanglish. Daily Flash Latino builds, connects, and celebrates the diverse Hispanic audience. Daily Flash Latino, trending news and entertainment with a splash of Spanglish.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, we love beauty here in nature, in the art, and also in self-preservation. Gretchen has a conversation with a plastic surgery studio here in town in the studio. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, this beautiful lady to my right is someone that is amazing at helping others look beautiful as well. I have Mari Sanchez, Mangakopit Plastic Surgery. How are you doing, Mari?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Good morning. I'm doing well.
Thank you for joining us so early, and look how glowy and bright and beautiful you look, because you do your own skincare regimen that you give all of us, that you help us to look good. Now, Mari, you can tell us better than I could tell them. What do you do exactly at Manga? I know you do an array of things, but what is your kind of like bread and butter? What is your favorite thing to do?
Thank you. So I am a medical esthetician at Mangakopit Plastic Surgery. I do a lot of the skincare, lots of skin regimens, lasers, a lot of corrective things, so peels, any skincare concerns. I am your girl. I'm happy to help you. We can start with just a simple consult and see what you need, and we can go from there.
And that's one thing I love, because I remember when I came into you early days, and okay, remind me, was it the PRX first or the hydrofacial?
No, we did PRX first.
Okay, PRX.
Yes.
And I didn't even know, and we'll explain, I didn't even know what that was, and you kind of had that idea for me, and I was like, wait, what's happening? What are we doing? So
Yes, PRX is phenomenal. I think it's going to be the future of chemical peels. There will always be a place for traditional chemical peels, but especially in our demographic, here where we live, people, they don't want to take a ton of downtime. So PRX is phenomenal. It gives you all of the benefits of a chemical peel without all the downtime.
that was amazing. And sorry to interrupt you, but it was funny because I remember when I was like, okay, be real with me. Tell me the truth. Am I going to be red? I have to be on TV tomorrow. And I literally went home that day, actually. I saw a friend while I was leaving, because you guys are located in Avon, right by Agave, yes. And my girlfriend even said to me, oh my gosh, your skin looks amazing. Not red, not blotchy, just amazing. So really no downtime.
No downtime. And actually, you look so glowy afterwards. Yes. I absolutely love it, even just before an important event.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just look glowy. When you touch your skin, even the days to follow, it feels so soft.
Oh, so good.
But it's not just the benefits of a chemical peel. It can also help stimulate collagen production.
And can you kind of tell, because when I first went in, and not to sound ignorant, but truly I kind of thought a peel, like we're going to be peeling off, well, truth, but I thought it would be like a peel, you're peeling down, you know, something. Can you explain exactly what you do for that, the PRX?
Yes, so for the PRX, it's a solution that you're actually massaging into the skin. You're pushing it into the skin, you're applying a certain amount of pressure to really get it in there, because we want to get it into those layers of the skin so we can trigger that collagen stimulation. So it's different from your traditional chemical peel, where normally you just apply an acid, and either you neutralize it in the office or you send them on their way, and then 2-3 days later you're literally flaking.
Yeah. Well, and we did a little bit, and I would love to say this too, for people that maybe are middle-aged or older, on your neck, and the results. I mean, that sounds so silly, but really I could see a difference. It was beautiful.
Yes, so I do my best to feather it into the neck, and if we have any remaining, try to get it into the chest as well.
Yes, that's...
I tell everyone your face is your neck and chest as well.
It's true, and I don't think we always think about that, but you can tell age by, especially I feel like your chest.
Yes, absolutely. And us ladies, you know, we wear a lot of lower cut shirts, V-necks. We got to really protect that chest.
100%. Now, moving forward, I've also done the hydrofacial.
Yes, hydrofacials. We love hydrofacials.
Yes, we do.
That's a good one that you can do every month as maintenance. It's going to help exfoliate the dead skin cells off. It's going to give you a nice plump glow. Our climate here is so dry, so it's just like a nice drink of water for your skin every month.
100%, and something that you guys have really got a whole bunch of us, women and men in the Valley, into. I have to give a shout out to SPF, because I learned from you guys that I needed to be wearing it while I was skiing, even in the winter, and I did not realize. And I've lived here this is my 11th year in Vail, so that's a big one. Can you kind of touch base with?
Yes, SPF, that is the one thing that is a non-negotiable. If you are going to be my patient, we have to get you on a good SPF, and ideally a mineral-based SPF, so zinc or titanium, and that's every day if you're going to invest in anything, facials, lasers, and even not. Let's say you want to be super minimal. Let's say you don't want a 10-step regimen. Regardless, you want SPF. 3 things everyone should use: mineral-based sunscreen, a retinol, and a vitamin C.
That's so great. See, and I love it too, because you educate so well, and I learned so much from you, and then you come into Mingott and it's a one-stop shop, because you can buy all the products right there, which is really cool.
Yes.
And that's something we should say as well, is I know a lot of women and men that maybe aren't into doing any type of procedure, and so you can go in though and keep safe, keep your skin safe, and not, skin cancer is a big deal now.
Very much so, especially here where we live. It's just the sun is much more intense. We burn a lot quicker than you would at sea level. There's a lot of skin cancer. I worked in derm before I moved into plastic surgery, so I know that firsthand. So, forget all the cosmetic benefits. It's more so for your health.
So Mari, give us a little list of some of the things that you offer.
Absolutely. These are some of the services that I offer that I love. So the hydrofacial, IPL, or photofacial, Clear and Brilliant. That's it's a gentle resurfacing laser, good for most skin types, nice right before any special event. It helps correct the tone. It can stimulate some collagen production.
What is that called again?
Clear and Brilliant. You gotta love that name, Clear and Brilliant.
Clear and Brilliant. You want to be both, clear and brilliant.
And then we have radio frequency microneedling, which is great for tightening up the skin. I love it on the neck, lower face, and it helps stimulate some collagen production. So not only are you tightening up, you're also softening lines and wrinkles with it.
Oh, wow. This is like one-stop shop. I'm like, I want to do it all. And I know that you offer some package deals as well, if maybe you're getting married, some other things.
Yes, we do. We have definitely a wedding package. So if you want to give us a jingle, we can give you more information regarding that, exactly what's included in it, but we can get you nice and ready for that big day.
That's so exciting. And Mari, if people want to know more, because I'm already excited. I'm like, when can I go in? What am I going to do? Where is the best place to check you out, your work personally, and also Mingott?
So you can find me on Instagram. My handle is The Skin Wiz. Skin is SKN. So The Skin Wiz. And then you can always check out our website, just mingottcopetplasticsurgery.com. You can always give us a call, and our consults are complimentary. So please feel free to come in, and we can take a look at your skin and establish a plan.
And that was a question I had too. So I come in and I'm so excited. And one thing I do have to say, you guys are so good about, there's things I've wanted to do and you're like, nope, we're good. I love that you're honest.
Yes, I think that's one of the most important things when you're in this field is just, having good ethics and integrity and just, being honest with everybody.
Yes. And when someone comes in, let's just walk a person through this. We'll walk. So I come in, I have a consultation with you. What can I expect from that? What are we going to be looking at? What are we going to,
Yeah, so we're going to assess your skin.
Okay.
I'm going to be assessing it really closely. we're going to talk about the things that bother you.
Okay.
We'll start there, and then I'll tell you a little bit of what I see, because sometimes, you know, people come in and they want to talk about sun damage.
Right.
But they also have acne.
Okay.
So we may need to address both things, and
Okay.
sometimes we can address those things simultaneously.
And then you'll kind of give them, each individual person, a regimen of, I think this would be beneficial.
Yes.
Let's do this.
So we'll go over everything from A to B. So like from A to Z, excuse me. So we'll talk about what you're currently doing,
Okay.
what you're using. We'll also talk about lifestyle, because that's going to be
That's
really
huge.
important.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and I love that, because I forgot when I first came in and we were talking about how much I ski, and you're like, okay, girl, you're wearing SPF. And I'm like, no. Yes. Now I am.
You're never too late. I tell everybody.
It's so very important.
You just have to, super important. You're never too late. And just because you don't see it today doesn't mean you won't in a decade or two.
And Mari, you do have a machine as well with sunspots that can help lighten.
Yes,
So,
so that's the photofacial or IPL.
Okay.
Super popular around here.
Awesome.
We use that guy every day because there's always a spot somewhere on someone.
I love this. So people can phone, they can call and ask questions to the front desk as well.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
you guys are located?
We are right above Agave in Avon, so right across the street from the turnoff to Beaver Creek.
And you're open 5 days a week?
Yes, Monday through Friday. We're there from 8:30 to 5.
Oh, that is so awesome. And she does such an amazing job. My skin is already glowing, and I haven't seen you for a little while, 2 months.
It's been, a couple
little
months,
while.
but you're still glowing. I mean, you're always glowing.
I
You're
love you.
beautiful.
You're so sweet. But no, really, you have, and I mean that's changed my skin. So I am saying, because I have really dull, flaky skin because it's so dry here. And so, I mean, it really, you go in for even one time and you can see a huge difference. So
I think PRX is phenomenal. It's great. Little downtime, great results, really strong acids, but not, it's not worrisome.
Right. I love this. Well, you have to check out Mari for all your facial needs. It's so great to see you, Mari. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll have you back on the couch soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that.
And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. Their NFL insider, one of them, is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning three as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page. From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
Doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
Eight-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue.
Good morning, Vail.
Come on.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. And as many of you know, here in Colorado, the accessory of choice are hats. But sometimes your hats need their own accessories. Like mine, it's looking a little naked. So I came to see Carrie Calvin, affectionately known around town as the Hat Lady.
She may be called the Hat Lady, but Carrie Calvin is much more than that.
I describe my business as a creative business with blending design, technology, creative visions, and clients' inspirations. Originally, I've started as a jewelry business and evolved to then learning technology and combining my skills with design background and materials. But I also have a whole other arm of laser engraving that I do for local businesses to brand items for their business.
Carrie spent a decade doing graphic design for a global architecture firm before deciding to follow her creative calling.
My corporate career, after 10 years, not really having a plan, just knowing that I needed to be and wanted to be a little bit more creative.
While exploring all of her creative passions, loved ones often gave her the advice to pick a focus.
People try and rein you in a little bit and keep you on one avenue, which again, I'll take all the advice and listen to any kind of constructive criticism or feedback. But I'm always probably going to go with my gut because I'm the one experiencing it. And I know what in my heart and in my mind I can achieve and accomplish.
In the end, it was all of Carrie's skills that combined to create the thriving business she has now. Here she is designing a pattern to be laser cut into a hat, and the results are stellar. Carrie does have a way with hats. For mine, she added silk ribbon, beads, feathers, and a custom hand engraving. And now that she recently opened up this new studio in Gypsum, she says she'll be hosting workshops, hat and jewelry parties, and taking appointments for shoppers.
So I walked in here with a naked cowboy hat, and now my hat is fully accessorized. Thanks to Carrie from Sunward. Thank you so much for watching Vail Vibes, and I'll see you next time.
Eyepieces of Vail has been in the Valley for 40 years, so love all that they do. They have a curated collection at every single one of their stores. Let's take a look back at my conversation with Garrett at the Village Center location.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, we are just having a blast on this Friday morning. I'm standing here in the Village Center, the original Eyepieces of Vail with Garrett, who takes care of this store and beyond. Garrett, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm really good.
We're just having way too much fun.
we're solving world problems over here this morning.
It's true. Starting with these fabulous Anna Corinne Carlson glasses that I am wearing, which you always show me the best pairs when I come to see you. So.
I know, and that's what's so special is like when you come in, you look around and you're like, oh, I love these, and then you put them on and they're amazing. But then we take it further from that. So not only by having something unique, unique pieces, different styles, different materials, which we'll get into later, but we can also customize it. So you put those on and I'm like, okay, let's look at different lenses. So maybe we do like a slight green, or we could do a purple to pink gradient in there. And so we take the special eyewear and then just make it that much more special.
Yeah, that's incredible. So we can customize these specifically. So I'm the only person in the world that will have that exact pair.
Exactly.
That's great.
And then we were just talking about like your prescription and everything. So we can put your prescription in there too and customize the tints. Like, yeah, the world is your oyster. Like, we can keep going and have a ton of fun.
Well, I'm just going to hang out with you all day then. So we have so many incredible options here, and we always talk about brands. We talk about what you offer, but we haven't really covered the types of materials and things of all of the different varieties and brands that you offer here. So tell me about them. What do we have?
Well, it was funny because as I was like grabbing frames this morning, I mean, we're kind of covering the spectrum here, but there's so much more too. Like starting with, you have your typical Japanese acetate. These are actually Chrome Hearts. This was a special collaboration that Eyepieces did with Chrome Hearts. You will only find these in our stores. But Japanese acetate, they're very hands-on. It's a stronger acetate. This is a little bolder styling with that thicker acetate, but you put them on and they just feel stout.
You can definitely see the sturdiness in them. I think these are fashionable, but also sporty, especially we love that combo here in the mountains.
Exactly. It's function and form. Like, we have the saying, see and be seen. So we start with the Japanese acetates, then we get into Rolf, but that actually is an Austrian designer, and these are going to be made from 100% wood. And that's how they started. They focus on sustainability, using plant-based materials. And then at the front here, they even have their 3D printed frames from a bioresin.
Oh, wow.
So zero off product from manufacturing of those. And then we get in, Luca de Steel out of Paris. We have Stingray and leather frames.
I love the detail on these, and is this the Stingray?
That's the Stingray.
You can see it. It's just beautiful. They're very delicate, but obviously leather is durable, so I love that.
Well, and it's nice too, especially with these more organic materials. Over time, they start to develop this nice patina. Mm-hmm. It kind of gets that, I don't want to say weathering, because weathering can kind of have that negative context to it, but it just gives it this depth, which is really nice.
That's it's like getting a new pair of cowboy boots, You love how new and shiny they look, but once you break them in a bit, it's the best.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So many other options.
I know. I'm like, okay, so we'll just keep going down the line. And then we have Makita as well. So Makita is handmade in Berlin, and those are made from surgical steel. They're designed to be super lightweight, and then they're designed to flex as well. So anyone who's really hard on glasses, I always lean towards Makita because they're a little more durable.
I guess sign me up. As much as I love these, I probably should be using these instead.
And that's why you have multiple pairs. It depends on how hard you're going that night.
I agree. Wait, I love Makita, and I think it's just so cool to watch these gorgeous frames being bent and go back to their shape. So
totally,
it's magic.
And this is just touching the surface with styles and everything like that. Makita really branches out there with some high fashion frames as well. Mm-hmm. So I kind of pick some medium fashion frames here, but you can go as simple or as complex and glam glamorous as you want.
Yeah, well, you can see just standing here in the middle of the cases, there are just so many options and so many gorgeous frames. So
Totally.
if you like a specific brand, you probably have at least 10 options to choose from.
Exactly. Like, and we were discussing goggles. So we do goggles as well, and helmets and everything too. And you were like, I tried on this goggle and it hit my cheekbones and it just felt a little uncomfortable. Try something else. Like, that's the whole process, is coming in, trying out different things, seeing what works, seeing what does it. It's all very personal.
It is.
And that's what we focus on, is personalizing that for everyone.
I love that. And you don't feel rushed or pressured. As you can see, I'm testing out these gorgeous frames on my face. But it's just really great, the services that you offer here. So speaking of, give us the rundown again. What kind of services do you offer? I know the doctors here in this physical location.
Yep. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Dr. G. He comes in. He's down in Edwards in the morning and here in the afternoon. So even if you don't have your prescription, you can come see our doctor, get your prescription, and then pick out some frames all in one go while you're on vacation.
That's great. So you mentioned we've got this location here, a location in Edwards, but there are 6 other locations, and 2 of them are in the Roaring Fork Valley as well.
And technically there's 8. And I say technically, so we have Beaver Creek, Edwards, Lions Head here, Sun and Alp, Bridge Street, and then we have the 2 locations in Basalt and Snowmass as well.
Covering the bases for everybody that loves the mountain life and beyond. You've got locations everywhere for it. That's wonderful.
Exactly.
What about operating hours?
So we're kind of moving into off season right now a little bit, but most of our stores will be at least open 9 to 7.
Okay, great. And I've noticed a sale sign on the door. So what's happening? I know we're moving in new inventory soon, so tell me about the sales.
Well, and that's one thing that's kind of special for us and unique, is we have the latest and greatest. We don't do a lot of sales stuff. But part of that is also moving in the new stuff. So we have a bunch of sales going on, a bunch of sales framed to kind of move some stuff to bring in new stuff. So
Bring in more Anna Kern Carlson.
Yes. Exactly.
Not that I'm pushing the brand, but
well, I think we're losing one today anyways.
I think every time I come in, I try on a new pair from them. And so I just love the curated designers and just the collections that you've got here. So Garrett, always a pleasure. You make my Friday morning a bright ray of sunshine. So good to see you.
Good seeing you too. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Now we'll be back with more on the show with Gretchen back in the studio right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
think Avija has one of the most fun jobs in the Valley because she gets to explore and interact with all of these incredible locations and stores and people that we have in our community. She takes a look at Elliston, so let's look at Vail vibes.
Come on!
Vail fashionista and perch stylist Tamar Giorgazzi has been helping women express their personalities through fashion for years. And with a new boutique in town called Elliston, opened up by the same owners as Perch, Tamar is back to show us 3 must-have essentials as we move into warmer weather. First up, the chic pajama look. This matching set by Totem is not for sleeping. In fact, with the right styling, it can be worn just about anywhere.
Don't be afraid to bring this outfit in any big event, starting from weddings, starting from dinners, starting from, I don't know, business meeting. Throw the jacket over, blazer over, do the shoe, maybe instead of cream, I would do the black shoe and do like a black blazer and crossbody bag we carry in Elliston, Stella McCarthy.
Next up, an elegant, versatile dress.
It is insanely impossible to make any woman don't look good at it. If you would like to bring a color in your closet and be trendy with a bold, cool dress in your closet, bring fun colored dress, which never disappoints you, good shape, good sculpture, good silhouette.
And lastly, an outfit featuring elevated basics.
Like this outfit is great outfit itself. I have a Marni leather jacket and Marni white shirt, high-low. It's amazing shirt. It's not button down. It's just a cut on the middle. And features a little bit of differentiality considering that everybody already has button down. Again, have something different, show something different, and makes you look good.
There's so much to choose from at both Perch and Elliston, and the owner describes the difference between the two.
Elliston is more elevated. I've had customers say that, sort of the mom and the grandmom shop at Elliston, the daughter shop at Perch. Perch was really inspired by a more contemporary line of brands that tend to show a lot of prints, that tend to show a lot of patterns, that are more youthful designs.
She also explains to us the meaning of a certain understated style.
There is a concept called quiet luxury that's been sort of a trend for the past year, I would say, sort of started by some of the luxury designers like Brunello Cucinelli, where they really don't sell any prints. It's camels, it's grays, it's navies and blacks and ivories, and that's sort of what inspired Elliston. This store was really rooted in that whole concept of quiet luxury, beautiful fabrics, design that is based in craftsmanship. That whole color scheme has really struck a chord with customers because they love, just consider putting an ivory sweater on with an ivory pair of pants and some nude shoes. Like, you look like $1 million when you walk out of your house.
No matter what your aesthetic is, Tamar can help you put your entire look together. As some of you may remember, she even helped me step up my style not too long ago.
Tamar is really talented at what she does. I can't do what she does because she is so good at looking at a woman's body and pulling items that will make them look and feel like they're walking on water. Honestly, people love her because she is so passionate about what she does, and she's extremely talented about styling women from head to toe.
Tamar says no matter what your budget is, she's here to help you look and feel your best. For TV 8 in Vail, I'm Avija Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
In America's heartland, living close to the land, there's a love for the country and a pride in the brand. In America's heartland, living close to the land. In America's heartland, close to the land.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
What happens to a poker player when there is life-changing money on the line?
Hey, catch! I'm rooting for me.
When they are faced with adversity?
Holy smoke. Jason can't even breathe right now. Look at him.
When a WPT title is within their grasp?
How sweet that is, baby!
See for yourself with a front row seat to all the action on the World Poker Tour.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, I have certainly enjoyed spending time with you on this Tuesday morning. I loved the performance with Dana Cooper. He'll be performing at the Vail Public Library tomorrow night, so make sure you check it out because he's such a delight to interact with and to listen to. We had all of that happening on the show and much more, so thanks for joining. I'm Kimberly Perot, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see.